Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to talk about something that affects almost all of us, especially in this age of social media, the comparison trap. You know what I'm talking about, right? You're scrolling through your feed, seeing everyone's perfect vacation photos, their new promotions, their seemingly flawless lives. And suddenly, your own life feels a little less. It's like comparison is the thief of joy, and it's a very sneaky thief. There's a wonderful little story that perfectly illustrates this point. It's about a crow who was completely unhappy with his life. He looked at himself, and all he saw was dull, black feathers. He just wanted to be beautiful and colorful like other birds. So, one day, he saw a swan gliding gracefully on a lake. Wow, he thought, that swan is so pure and white. It must be the happiest bird in the world. He flew over to the swan and said, "You are so beautiful. You must be the happiest bird alive." The swan replied, "I thought I was the happiest until I saw a parrot. The parrot has two vibrant colors and is so much more striking than I am. I think the parrot must be the happiest." Curious, the crow flew off to find this parrot. He found him sitting in a tree, showing off his brilliant green and red feathers. The crow approached him and said, "The swan told me you are the happiest bird because of your amazing colors." The parrot sighed and said, "I was very happy until I saw a peacock. I only have two colors, but the peacock is a rainbow of colors, magnificent and grand. Everyone stops to admire him. He must be the happiest bird of all." Determined to find the happiest bird, the crow then flew to the zoo, where he knew he could find a peacock. And sure enough, he found one. The peacock was in a large enclosure, and hundreds of people were gathered around, marveling at its spectacular tail feathers as it fanned them out in a dazzling display. It was truly a sight to behold. After the crowd dispersed, the crow flew down and landed near the peacock. "Dear peacock," he said, "you are so incredibly beautiful. Every day, thousands of people come just to see you. I, on the other hand, am just a plain black crow. When people see me, they shoo me away. You must be the happiest bird on the entire planet." The peacock looked at the crow, and with a sad tone in his voice, he said, "I always thought I was the most beautiful and happiest bird. But because of my beauty, I am trapped in this cage. People admire me, yes, but I am not free. I've watched you closely, and I've noticed that you are the only bird not kept in a cage here. You can fly wherever you please. So for the past few days, I have been thinking that if I were a crow, I could happily roam everywhere and be free." That hit the crow like a lightning bolt. He had spent all this time envying others, wishing he was someone else, without ever realizing the incredible gift he already possessed: his freedom. The very thing he took for granted was the one thing the happiest bird in the world longed for. This story really makes you think, doesn't it? We spend so much of our time and energy looking at others, at their highlight reels on Instagram, and we feel inadequate. We see their success, their beauty, their possessions, and we think, if only I had that, I would be happy. But what we don't see is the cage. We don't see the behind-the-scenes footage. Everyone has a cage of some sort. For the swan, maybe it was the constant pressure to be elegant. For the parrot, maybe it was the fear of being captured. For the peacock, it was a literal, physical cage, a prison created by its own beauty. The life that looks perfect from the outside is often filled with its own unique struggles, fears, and limitations that we know nothing about. We are comparing our own raw, unedited, behind-the-scenes struggles with everyone else's perfectly curated highlight reel. It's an unfair comparison, and it's a game we can never win. It sets us up for a constant dissatisfaction and a feeling of never being good enough. The crow's journey teaches us a powerful lesson. He started by looking outward, seeking happiness in what others had. But true happiness, true contentment, was found only when he looked inward. He realized that his own flaw, his plain black feathers, was actually his greatest strength. It gave him the freedom that the most beautiful bird in the world could only dream of. So what's the takeaway for us? 2. Stop looking over the fence at what our neighbors have and start watering our own grass. It's about shifting our focus from what we lack to what we have. Each of us has a unique set of qualities, talents, and circumstances. Just like the crow's black feathers, some of the things we might see as our weaknesses or shortcomings might actually be our greatest sources of strength and freedom. Maybe you're not the most outgoing person in the room, but your quiet nature makes you an incredible listener and a loyal friend. Maybe you didn't get that high-powered job you thought you wanted, but the path you're on now gives you more time for your family or your passions. Maybe you don't look like the models on social media, but your body is strong and healthy and carries you through life's adventures. The key is self-acceptance. It's about embracing who you are, flaws and all. It's about understanding that your worth, A's and T, determined by how you measure up against others. Your worth is inherent. You are valuable simply because you are you. There is no one else on this planet exactly like you, and that is your superpower. When you find yourself falling into the comparison trap, remember the story of the crow and the peacock. Ask yourself, what is my cage that I'm not seeing? And more importantly, ask yourself, what is my freedom that I'm taking for granted? Take a moment to appreciate your own black feathers. What are the unique qualities that make you who you are? What are the freedoms you enjoy? What are the things in your life, big or small, that bring you genuine joy, not just the appearance of it? True happiness isn't about becoming someone else. It's about falling in love with the person you already are. It's about recognizing that your journey is your own, and it's not meant to look like anyone else's. Let us stop trying to be the peacock in the cage and start embracing the freedom of being the crow. Let's find happiness not in being like others, but in being more fully and authentically ourselves. Thank you so much for watching and for spending this time with me. If this message resonated with you, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content like this. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. What are your black feathers that you're learning to appreciate? Let's continue the conversation down there. Until next time, take care and be kind to yourself.